Okay, so here's the feedback for question 1, okay, for your midterm exams. So, first of all, let's remind ourselves that we need to follow for 1A, especially deed. Okay, very important. Okay, so stands for definition. So the first thing you needed to do was define the key terms. So this being private and external benefits, and identify that you understood that consumption would be the negative externalities, the positive externalities of consumption. So you need to define those terms. You could have done that also very easily by drawing the diagram to show a positive externality, and as you're describing the diagram you could have explained and defined these at the same time. So this is the importance of drawing a diagram. So we've got our marginal private private benefit, okay, is lower than our marginal social benefit. We draw on our marginal social cost curve and our price or cost and benefits in some of your books, and quantity. Okay, as we can see from here, let me just extend this line up. Okay, as we can see from here, our marginal private benefit is lower than our marginal social benefit. So being human beings, we try to act what's in our own self-interest. So we will produce where marginal private cost and marginal private benefit meet each other here. So this is where we're going to be producing at the moment. Okay. However, the socially optimal quantity is Q social over here. So we can see we really want to be producing over here where marginal social benefit equals marginal social cost. The external benefit is a difference between these two lines, so marginal social benefit and marginal private benefit. So between A and B would be the external benefit. External benefit. Okay. And this triangle would represent the welfare loss to society, or potentially represents the welfare gain from increasing the amount we consume as individual. Okay, so this is a positive consumption externality. So let's run through that again. What you needed to do was draw this diagram, explain it. In doing so, define the private and external benefits. The fact that because there's an external benefit, there's a positive externality. And you also need to give examples. So remember, deed definition, explanation, example, and diagram. Okay, so you need to give some examples, and that will help your explanation and definition, so it sort of builds on each other. So for example, some examples of private benefits would be things like getting a better job, but you needed to analyze this. You need to explain why getting a better job is a private benefit. Well, it's a benefit because if you get a better job, you're probably going to have increased wages. If you get increased wages, that will hopefully increase the standard of living. So improve the amount of things that you can buy, standard of living. And probably lead to you being maybe more happy, although obviously money isn't the be all and end all of everything. So it gives these benefits. What many of you did, you just focused on, private benefit, for example, getting a better job. Okay, you need to explain why. So explain why. So because it will lead to increased wages, increased standard of living, which will hopefully make you more happy. Another private benefit might be, it gives you life experience. That's definitely something that I got from university education. The fact that I learnt to look after myself, I had to do my own washing, my own cooking. I decided, when I went to bed, when I got up, when I went out, all that life experience, and also life skills. So again, just saying that, you need to explain it. So for example, you're going to be able to be more productive because you're going to be able to look after yourself, okay? And then you needed to talk about the external. Okay. External benefits. External benefits. So for example, this might include the fact if you've got a job, okay, you're going to pay increased taxes. Okay, so that's a benefit to society. And because you're paying those increased taxes, this means the government has more money that it can spend, which will maybe improve the social services it offers. Also, an external benefit may be the fact that if you're better educated, you're going to be more productive. More productive. So, for example, and then you need to explain why. So, you're going to be more productive because you're better educated, but this is a external benefit because if you're more productive, it will lead to increase output for the economy, which will lead to increase economic growth. Thank you for putting up, by the way, with this pen. I'm just getting used to economic growth. Okay, so that's part A. So I'm just going to quickly slide down to look at part B. So let me just move this out of the way. So part B. Okay. Tell you what, I'm going to come back to this in a second. So join me in part 2 for part B.